Hey, Eagle fans, I'm Thomas Mott. Welcome to Philadelphia Eagles. Now, today is the type of day where I love jumping on this channel and giving you guys this kind of news. James Bradberry is a Philadelphia Eagle. We talked about this the past 2 weeks. Oh, he's released by the Giants. They might be able to go ahead and sign him. Could they actually do it? They did it today. 1 year, $10 million deal. We're going to break it all down for you on today's video. What a great day to be an Eagles fan. We'll talk all about this and the impact it has on the secondary and maybe a playoff run and more coming up here in just 1 second. First, welcome James Bradberry to Philadelphia. Type JB down below to welcome him into what's going to be a very, very, very good defense in 2022. All right, we again start with the breaking news regarding our Philadelphia Eagles. They have signed cornerback James Bradberry. Yes, as I mentioned, this is something that had been talked about and rumored the past couple of weeks. They were the front runner to sign James Bradberry, and that all kind of died this past week. It was like, oh, well, I guess Zach McPherson, Tay Gowan, they're going to battle it out for the number 2 cornerback spot, and then boom, right here on a Wednesday morning, right around 10 a.m. on the East Coast, it's like, hey, James Bradberry coming to Philadelphia to, I think, finalize what has been a very, very impressive offseason for Howie Rosema. So here are the details. Throw up the player card right now. It is a 1-year deal worth up to $10 million. You're seeing $10 million, it's up to $10 million. It's really $7.5 million with some player incentives on the backside. So you'll probably end up getting the $10 million, but it's not officially $10 million, right? Does that make sense? 7.5 is where we are at right now. Obviously, Philadelphia basically used the remaining $10 million of free agent cap money, or cap space. They had $10 million left. They used it here, and so now they essentially have no additional money if they wanted to go out and sign anybody else. Of course, you can restructure deals. You can push money backwards. They still could sign other people, but this does kind of feel like the final free agent signing that the Eagles will have here in the 2022 offseason. Now, Bradberry comes in as the surefire cornerback number 2. And about a little bit of backstory on him. Very, very clear that the Giants did not want to release him. He was fantastic in 2020, as we'll see a little bit later on. Pro Bowl year, his first Pro Bowl year. Dropped off a little bit last year, but I'm saying just like a little bit. He wasn't a Pro Bowl caliber cornerback, but still one of the better starting cornerbacks in the National Football League, not named Darius Slay or Jalen Ramsey or the elite guys, J.C. Jackson, that are out there in the National Football League. Now, this move is for one reason and one reason only. You had a massive hole opposite of Darius Slay. Now, could you have rolled with Tay Gowan or Zach McPherson? Sure. And honestly, I think Zach McPherson might eventually become the starting cornerback of the Philadelphia Eagles opposite of Slay, maybe 2023. But the problem is he's too young and he's too unproven, and it would be too much to ask him to be a viable number 2 option on this depth chart because Darius Slay is going to hold his own. Slay can go to either side of the football field. He can follow the opponent's best receiver, but what essentially would happen, and what we saw happen this past season, is that teams picked on Steven Nelson. They went to the opposite side of Darius Slay, and they absolutely picked on whoever was playing there, and most notably it was Steven Nelson. And at times, Nelson was okay, but now you have a legit guy who can match Darius Slay. He's not as good. Slay is obviously better, but this is going to be a 1-2 punch we have not seen in Philadelphia since Lito Shepherd and Sheldon Brown. I feel very confident in saying that. This is the best Eagles cornerback tandem we have seen in a very, very long time. I'm pumped. I mean, I am so excited right now that they went ahead and made this deal. To me, it's the perfect finisher to a very, very, very impressive offseason. All the Howie Rosema hate, and he deserves a lot of it, he really made up for a lot of the sins of the past here by having a fantastic offseason and capping it off with the James Bradberry signing. Answer this comment down below. What's your one-word reaction to the James Bradberry news? Excuse me. One-word reaction. Where are you at? Are you excited? Are you pumped? Are you disappointed? I don't know why you would be, but give me your one-word reaction right now down below. My one-word reaction is cherry, and that's a weird one word, but I can only use one word. I wanted to say cherry on top, but cherry, right? This is the cherry on top move. This is the culmination of what has been an extremely impressive offseason so far for the Philadelphia Eagles. It started with, of course, going ahead and adding one of the best pass rushers in free agency in Hassan Reddick, and it materialized into an NFL draft to see Jordan Davis being added, trading up for him, getting A.J. Brown, which was really out of nowhere. I said they would never get A.J. Brown, and then they did. They had a very, very good draft the rest of the way. I thought that was very impressive with what they were able to go ahead and accomplish. They solidified Jalen Hurts as their starter, something we were hoping that they would do. It was not guaranteed, but they stuck with Jalen Hurts. They built around Jalen Hurts, and now it culminizes with the cherry on top of adding James Bradberry to further bolster this secondary, right? The only hole left in this roster truly is the safety position. And they're going to roll Marcus Epps and Kayvon Wallace out there and may the best player win during training camp. But other than that, This defense is top to bottom great. The D-line is going to be top 5 in the National Football League. The linebackers will be much improved. They won't be top 5 in the league, but you expect Nakobe Dean to play very, very well. And so the expectation there is that the linebackers are a lot better. And out of the secondary, 3/4 of it, Anthony Harris, Darius Slay, James Bradberry, you can throw in, in fact, they have a very good nickel cornerback as well. Overall, this is going to be a very, very good defense. And to me, this is the cherry on top of adding James Bradberry. Now, we'll get more into James Bradberry's past 2 seasons here in just 1 second. First, this is why you subscribe to the channel, because literally this happened a couple of minutes ago, and we are already jumping on to give you guys the latest Eagles news, rumors, and breakdowns just like this. That is the whole point of being a subscriber to this channel, so make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe and turn on your notifications, because if you don't have the notification bell turned on, then you might have been notified whenever we drop this video. So, again, subscribe, help us get to 30,000, because anytime they do some crazy stuff like happening right now, you want to be subscribed, because we are going to break it down here on the channel. Okay, I want to take a quick second to kind of get rid of this idea that Bradberry fell off a cliff from 2020 to 2021. Because when you read about Bradberry, the great year was 2020. He was fantastic with the Giants in 2020. You see that up there on your screen. But 2021, he was a Pro Bowler in 2022. Like that's the focus there. Pro Bowler 2020. 2021, though, what you're seeing on your screen, not that bad. I mean, yeah, sure. The overall yardage was a little bit more. Completion percentage was a little bit better. But in the end, he still was very, very effective and an intercepting machine, a ball hawk in terms of actually going out and getting the football. First time I ever saw James Bradberry, I was an intern at a radio station in Charlotte, North Carolina. And so they covered the Panthers. And I got to go to Panthers training camp. I remember they had just drafted him. And he was like the new tool and the new shiny toy at cornerback. And he was okay with Carolina, but he never really kind of found it and came into his own. It was with the Giants, excuse me, in 2020, where he really played extremely well, and I think that he still is at that level and at that caliber. The Giants as a whole was a bad defense. They didn't have a very good pass rush in 2021. So their cornerbacks were kind of put on islands. Imagine this now. You're looking at a Philadelphia Eagles team that's going to have an incredible pass rush, and the pass rush is going to create a lot of opportunities for poorly thrown footballs, early thrown footballs, and chances for interceptions. I think Bradberry is going to be a big benefactor of playing on this defense. Now, quickly here's a tweet from Ian Rappaport a couple of minutes ago giving you a couple more details. Rap Sheet was very, very excited about this. He posted some fire emojis on a different tweet as well. Quote, former Giants Pro Bowl cornerback James Bradberry has agreed to terms with the Eagles on a 1-year deal for $10 million, a big-time post-draft addition as Bradberry lands in a perfect spot. Right? That's Ian Rappaport, right? Come on, it's not bad. Again, here's your cornerback depth chart. Bradberry, obviously, alongside Darius Slay. They're going to roll the nickel as they always do. Dallas Goedert's roommate there in terms of, I'm blanking on his name right now, but you guys know who it is. Dallas Goedert's roommate. Overall, this cornerback depth chart is fantastic. It looks really, really, really good. Avonte Maddox. Okay, sorry, I was blanking on Avonte Maddox. Avonte Maddox is going to be your nickel. This is a top 5 cornerback group. Honestly, I mean, this is a top 5 cornerback group. I don't see how this is not one of the top 5 cornerback units in the entire National Football League. I just don't see how. Grade the Eagles cornerback room right now. A, B, C, D, or F. It's got to be an A, right? It has to be an A. There's no way this is not an A. I mean, look at this. Again, Bradberry, who has been fantastic, we just showed you the past couple of years, and Darius Slay, a top 3 cornerback by all measures and intensive purposes last year. It's an A. Come on, give me a grade. Give me an A grade on this one. Come on, you have to. All right, we'll get into my grade here in just 1 second, as well as some playoff talk, because this does impact Philadelphia's chance at a playoff run. First, though, BetUS, your sports betting friends, are trying to help you guys win some money by betting on the NBA title odds. And, of course, the link and promo code EAGLES125 get you a 125% deposit bonus whenever you first sign up. Here are your NBA title odds. Golden State, they have the best odds at plus 125. Boston plus 200, Miami plus 400 despite winning game 1 last night, and the Mavericks are the least highest title odds, although I don't know, it's plus 650. Put $100 down on the Mavericks to win the title, and they do, you win $650, so not a bad bet there overall. You can do that, friends, at BetUS at chatsports.com/bet. Promo code is EAGLES125, get you a 125% deposit bonus whenever you first sign up. Okay, my grade, as I said, it's obviously an A+. This is obviously going to be a very, very good cornerback tandem. I give it an A+. I mean, Slay and Bradberry are going to be incredible. For so long, Philadelphia has had like one good cornerback, but never two, like never two combined. And in the modern National Football League, most good passing offenses have 2 good receivers, not just one. I mean, most of the great ones that you see even Philadelphia now, A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith, they have multiple great receivers on the outside. Now you don't have to pick which one you want to cover with Darius Slay. You can still take the best one out there, but then the number 2 receiver is locked up by Bradberry. This is going to be very, very good. Now, the question here is that we're going to end the video on is, does Bradberry make the Eagles a playoff contender? Because I think before I would have said, yeah, I think the Eagles can probably go ahead and be a wild card team. I think 9-10 wins is kind of where this football team is at. If Jalen Hurts balls out, you could be 12 or 11 wins overall. But Bradberry, I think, makes them NFC East champ contenders to go ahead and compete with Dallas and make them a lot better overall. Do you guys think the Eagles are a playoff contender? Does this change anything? Did you already think that they were? You think Philadelphia's a playoff contender? Type Y down below for yes. Think that they are not? Type N down below for no. This does make the Eagles a team to beat in the NFC East. Let's just be clear. For Dallas, again, a talented roster. We're not going to, poo-poo Dallas and say that they are going to be a 4-win football team. They didn't really improve this past offseason. And Dak Prescott was lackluster in 2021. Philadelphia's team is better overall. Better offensive line, better defensive line. I think you can argue now a better wide receiver core. Quarterback, you maybe make the case that Dak is better than Jalen Hurts, but if Hurts plays, and continues to improve, then he's going to eventually surpass Dak. I would take the Eagle running backs versus the Dallas running backs, although kind of a coin flip. Tony Pollard's been playing well. Overall, this is a better football team. They 100% to me are the team to beat in the NFC East, which means they will win the division, maybe 10, 11, 12 wins, and be competitive in what is the weaker conference in the NFC overall. All right, we'll just wrap things up. Bradberry to Philadelphia. What a day. What a fun day to go ahead and start this show. We're going to talk a lot more about this move in future videos. Mailbag video happening later on this week. But let's just end on this. Keep the good vibes going. Type Fly Eagles Fly down below. These are the fun days to be an Eagle fan. It's a fun offseason to be an Eagle fan. Fly Eagles Fly down below for what was a great day and a great move. Shout out to Howie Rosema. All right, ultimate today on our Philadelphia Eagles news and review video. I'm Thomas Mott, signing off for the rest of your day.